Can we be curious about something together? What if one of the biggest misunderstandings in life, in modern life, is that we've confused independence with health? Before we go any further, take a deep breath with me. Notice your body. Notice your breathing. Notice whatever is here without trying to change it. And then quietly ask yourself, am I here? My name is Mamie. I'm a counsellor, but I'm also a human being trying to make sense of the world I find myself living in. These reflections are not answers. They are observations, patterns, questions I've noticed in my counselling rooms and in my own life, in conversations with my friends, my family, and people that I meet. You don't have to agree with me, and I don't want you to. I'm simply inviting you to be curious. What I'm noticing is that almost everything around us celebrates independence. We admire the people who need no one. The person who figures it out alone, all by themselves. The person who keeps going no matter what. Who doesn't ask for help, and who never appears to be vulnerable. Somewhere along the way, independence quietly became the picture of maturity. But I wonder if we have misunderstood what it truly means to be healthy. Because when I sit with people in my counseling room, I rarely hear someone say, my problem is that I need people too much. Much more often I hear things like, I don't know how to let people in. I don't know how to ask for help. I feel alone, even when people love me. I don't feel like they're listening. I don't feel like they care. I don't feel seen. I mean, these are not the words of people who are too dependent. I think they are the words of people who have learned to survive without needing anyone at all. Attachment theory has always fascinated me. A securely attached child doesn't become independent when they're left alone. A baby first attaches to mom through touch, physical touch, through their senses, and they feel safe, that there's a secure base and they can go and explore the house and then later explore the world. That's not a baby that's been left alone. But yet they're becoming secure because there is a secure base. They become confident because there's someone who is consistently and constantly there. I don't think that connection stops growth. I actually think it makes it possible. When you are deprived of attachment, your attachment longings, the focus will be on the lack of, rather than the openness, the confidence, the desire to go out there and explore the world and grow. Your base isn't secure. This is why they say relationships can make you become mentally and emotionally unhealthy and unwell, causing anxiety, depression, because the person you are with or the people that you are around are not secure for you. It makes existential longing insecure. I wonder if we've quietly started treating dependence as weakness. Where does that come from? Is it the system that we live in? Patriarchy, capitalism? Because we're all trying to get to the top and we've left ourselves behind. I don't know. I think, were we healthier in history because there was more interdependence? We breathed because other people grew food. We survived because someone taught us a language. We became ourselves in relationship with other people. From the moment we were born, our nervous systems are looking for connection. Stephen Porges' work on polyvagal theory reminds us that our bodies are constantly asking, am I safe? And very often the answer to that comes from another human that you are relating with. That safety is built from those interactions. And yet the world that we live in tends to tell us a different story. Don't need anyone. Don't rely on anyone. You've only got yourself on this earth. And it's true, existentially, we come on this earth by ourselves and we leave alone. but we do, something happens whilst we're here. We are attached to our communities, we're attached to the mother, right? We are attached to the family members in our community, and we are attached to others and our romantic partners, and creating our own families from our family of origin. But no, we are told to stay busy, to keep achieving, to build your own life, and be completely self-sufficient. Yes, all these things I've said, you can take it and turn it into, well, you do need to do those things anyways, of course. But when there is a sense that we are striving to this pinnacle, when is it ever enough? When does it stop, right? And when it's all said and done and you're all the way at the top, who do you share that with? Are you bringing people along? Are you bringing yourself with? How are you getting there? Yes, there is wisdom in becoming capable. There's freedom in taking responsibility for yourself. But I wonder if capability and isolation have slowly become confused. Perhaps that's why so many people struggle in relationship, in relating, in attaching, in communicating their attachment longings, their attachment needs, their existential needs. One person says, I need you. Can you be there for me? The other hears, why are you so needy? Why are you so dependent? One person says, can we talk? And the other person hears, oh my God, yet another conversation that's going to tell me where I'm failing. One person reaches out and the other protests. But the funny thing is that both people are longing for the exact same thing: connection. Neither one of them are realizing that they are speaking two completely different emotional languages. But that's a conversation for another video. It seems to me, when it comes to independence, it seems to me that our culture often celebrates hyper-independence, while our biology is continuing to long for belonging. And perhaps that's why so many people feel torn. I mean, I have felt torn. I don't know about you. You know, should I need him? Am I being too needy? Is this too much? But it feels like somebody should be there for me. It's okay for me to say, hey, I am actually struggling today. Can you take over? Right? Tell me in the comments, have you experienced that sense of cognitive dissonance inside of you? There's something that says it's okay for me to be held, right? Or to be seen. But yet it's like, no, but I can't do that. I'm going to seem weak. Both men and women alike. So somehow, culturally, systemically, politically, if you will, parts of us want connection, while the other has learned that it's not safe to get that close. It's not safe, that needing people isn't safe. It's not okay. Maybe that's even a better word. Can you see how that can cause that cognitive dissonance? That sense of stuckness? So which path do you choose? You keep on cracking on, because your nature is to grow. And I don't think that this only affects relationships. I think it also affects friendships, families, and communities too. How many people you know are carrying something so big, something enormous, and yet still they're saying, I'm fine. Right? When you ask them, how are you? I'm okay. And how many people feel they have someone they can truly lean on? And how many of us have increasingly become so good at coping while quietly forgetting how to receive? Later in this series, I'm going to explore what this has meant for both men and women. Because this is big, right? All this coping and never receiving. Because I wonder if men have inherited the message that strength means never needing anyone, whilst women have inherited the message that perhaps our value comes from being needed. But in a weird way, I think men have inherited a similar message, that they need to be needed by women or people, other people. So it's the same message, but slightly different. And neither messaging or story feels particularly freeing, right? My worth is in never needing or being needed. And there is value in that, don't get me wrong. But if it's the only message, that the only value that you feel ultimately you are here for and you should be like, when you are actually quite expansive, is quite limiting and confining. So perhaps health isn't completely being independent or dependent, right? It's not all the way there, not all the way there, not black and white. Perhaps it's becoming able to stand on your own feet whilst also allowing yourself to lean on others when life asks you to. And perhaps maturity isn't needing nobody. Perhaps it's knowing when to give support, when to receive it, and when to let yourself be fully seen and received by another. Before you leave, take a deep breath with me. And ask yourself, where am I being isolated? Where am I feeling isolated? Am I truly letting myself be seen? Am I allowing others to receive me? Am I receiving others? Am I truly connected? And am I here? Until next time, stay curious.